Hello, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or wherever the hell you're from. Even if you're on Mars with Elon Musk. No, I'm not too stuck up. I'm back again. Hello. You don't like the way I do things, do you? You think I'm a little odd, a little out there? Well, then you need to go watch SRA, Satanic Ritual Abuse, from Wilfred Wong, okay? And you might understand the dynamics of what living with a serial killer like my father, Dennis Ross Harmon, Georgetown, Indiana, Richmond, Indiana, LaPorte, Michigan City, Indiana, Couch, Indiana, Elston, Indiana, Lafayette, the back door of Delphi. All these people on here think they know anything about what Doug Carter and what the press conferences, the news pressers, and the release of information meant. When it all comes out, I want you to eat your words. And I'm not on here for you to eat your words. I'm not on here for publicity, to get me a book, to get me money. I'm here for Abby and Libby, and I have proven that. I've done hours upon hours of work, zooming into pictures, looking at things, connecting dots. Have you done that? No. You get on here with your little 5 minutes of fucking comment and think your comment makes a goddamn bit of difference, and then you say, ooh, what was that? What was that? Somebody lurking. Bridge guy's already dead. May 13th, 2021. I ran him to his fucking grave. And then you got Gray Hughes saying, this man, the last thing he was going to think of with his son, naming him and his own son as the murderer. He's naming his father and his son as the Delphi. It is despicable. No, it's the fucking truth. Kelsey making, sorry, Dylan, for you and your father. Sorry you're going through this. You killed my sister and her best friend, but sorry. Yeah, I'm going to say something about that. Why? I mean, I'm not here playing goddamn little fiddle games with this goddamn thing you call internet. I could have cared less. I was homeless. I didn't give a fuck about it. The only time I used this motherfucker right here was somebody else's to call the dope man. And then I find this out. And then I'm supposed to be your certain perfect, credible witness. Fuck your credibility. All I had to do was say the name, the address, and whatever. I don't give a fuck about the money. So for your credibility, I gave him the name. That's all I had to do. It was like no different than calling in an anonymous tip. I told him I don't want the money. So you got me wrong there. Then for you people to call me a goddamn whack job, I got your goddamn whack job, okay? You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I know. And someday, you might. But see, you don't understand the ramifications of the two sketches that it's to get my father. Nobody would tell on him. Nobody said anything about the video, the years, over the 2 years, and the third year. And they switch it to the younger composite sketch. That way it says, okay, we can't get no one in the family to turn on Dennis because they had to have known about him. I mean, come on. I looked at the press conference releases of the news footage of all the old shit, all the beginning, the Down the Hill podcast, on podcast, you know, or Down the Hill, the movie, the HLN special, Doug Carter's press conference, the road show, the Indiana Road Show, talking about anything that's got anything to do with Robert Ives, with any law enforcement, with the years before, you know, with need money for the Monon. Yeah, it's a little bit of everything, all rolled into one. Yeah, I'm a punk. I'm a motherfucker. But I ain't no bitch. And I ain't your lover, but I can be your fighter. Okay? You talk about my mental health. Why wouldn't it be a little odd that a son turns his father in with the pictures of the same blue coat, the same fucking scarf, blood on the shirt, posing, beating kids, okay? The voice at Dennis Ross Harmon, YouTube, talking about his travel trailers. You'll have to look for it, and showing his boat and showing his camper, fifth wheel. Then you go to Dylan Michael Harmon, Georgetown, Indiana, lived in Corydon, lived in Georgia. I'm throwing it out there, son, because it's getting old, man. I ain't going to sit here and keep fucking beating my head, trying to help you and trying to fuck it up so you could get out a little bit because of the pressure that Dennis put on you and what he did to you, because he couldn't control me. He might have controlled you, okay? I ain't no punk. You ain't going to control me ever. I ain't ever been controlled. You can't control me here, and even if the cops did try to control me, I would still have a platform somewhere. Even if Elon fucking Musk and everybody on fucking Mars wanted to fucking block me, I would somehow get some kind of message to that fucking planet saying, this is a bullshit well I got to deal with, that my father was a Delphi, Indiana murderer, okay? So, if he killed my father, if all these things add up, that he was a military police officer, he worked on South Bend, Indiana railroads, he was born in Elston, 15 miles away from Delphi, so he's been there in his younger years, he's had to have been there before in his past, at a younger year. It's all adding up. His phone got wet 2 days after the murders. He said something about his phone being wet. He didn't know the girls got him on video, He didn't know that, that they got him on camera. He didn't know that Dylan had been seen by somebody. Maybe Dylan didn't say, hey, somebody walked up to the vehicle, You forget things in the heat of the moment because they took off and you had to go into water after one of them or something and then call the other one back. You had a badge, Indian police badge, crisscross arrows Dylan had in 2005 that I gave him, and then he had it come up missing in 2009. You sold your car 13 days later. You got 13 signatures. The Ypsilanti, Michigan murders, the Alphabet murders. My grandpa was from Sacramento, California, where he was born, to Rochester, New York. The child serial killers, double alphabet or double A first name, first last name, or two double letters. You switched it up, your MO. Motherfucker, I got more on you than you ever knew, and he's dead.